All right, guys, welcome to episode 2 of Pickpocket Bets, our betting podcast. I got Liam on with me today, my other co-host. How you doing today?
I'm good, Josh. How are you?
Good. It's nice weather today. Got some sun.
Not here in the dirty huge, pretty dismal outside. But anyway, on the brighter side of things, we did hit a couple of good bets last night.
hmm
Ones that we had discussed yesterday and felt pretty solid on. So let's get into a review and recap.
Yeah. So I guess I'll start off real quick. So out of the 35 picks we had yesterday, uh, I went 14 for 35. I made $108. Always a good day when you're sports betting to make money. That's the point of this podcast. Sadly, we didn't hit any parlays, but just kind of some of the highlights that did hit. Cavs over was a lock. Donovan Mitchell over, that was my lock of the day yesterday. Donovan Mitchell over points was a lock too. And another one we talked about was that Kraken Sabres game. I did really like the Kraken money line parlayed with the over, and those both hit. The Kraken for some reason love to hit the over, so I like the overs in those games a lot. And then for the last thing I hit yesterday was I live bet the under in the UNC Virginia game. We didn't talk about that on stream, but that's pretty much what I got. What about you?
Yeah, so something I threw heavy yesterday was the Lightning puck line, which they ended up winning in their 6-3 win over the Columbus Blue Jackets. Once again, I said that the Kraken Sabres game was going to be within a 1 point game, which it was. So either way you take them, I took them. I took Sabres plus 1.5, I believe. So another hit was Wild Rangers under 7.5. Honestly, looking back at it, I probably should have just taken over 6, which the game line was set in the first place. But I thought it was going to be a lower scoring game than it was, so I just had some insurance on them. Bought a couple extra points there. Um, Another thing I talked about was the Penguins money line. Um, Unfortunately, I it being such a high scoring game in the first period, I did sprinkle a little money on over like if like keeping pace of how they're playing, but obviously defense sharpened up later in that game. Ended up being a 9 goal total. So and then also something we talked about was the 67 76er spread. Excuse me. That hit by a mile, and that's a game that I want to talk about later too, because they play again tonight. Not the 76ers, excuse me, the Pistons. Um, uh, a parlay that I took yesterday live, same game parlay. It was a Luca prop bet. It was plus 35 points, which hit, plus 8 rebounds, which hit, over 3 3 pointers, which hit. The only thing not hitting was the fourth leg of that, over 8 assists. But that was
That's
plus
brutal.
455. But 3 for 4 on that. I felt pretty solid about that. And I mean, Luca's just having another breakaway season, it seems like. So definitely going to be
Yeah.
some value there.
I yeah, totally agree. Luke has been having a killer year. I wish I had thrown my mortgage on Donovan Mitchell over in points. I just knew that when he went back to Utah, he was gonna go off. So, I guess with that, do you want to start off today with NHL or NBA?
Oh, one more thing which we forgot to mention from the first time was the Curry overhitting
Yep.
by half a point, which was my lock along of the day, along with Lightning puck line yesterday, both going 2 for 2 there. So I'd say I don't know. Let's switch up and start with the NBA today.
Okay, perfect. That works for me. I guess so. First game, I'll just go through the games, like the first one to the last one, so that we don't get confused. So to start off the day, at 6 o'clock, there's gonna be two games. The first one you kind of mentioned earlier, T Wolves Pistons. At least from my analysis on this, I do like T Wolves money line. Let me look at the lineup. Someone was not playing. Anthony Edwards is a game time decision right now, which could be a little sus. But Marvin Bagley, Jalen Duren, and Isaiah Stewart are all out for the Pistons. Those are three starters. Uh, Yesterday, I didn't think they'd be able to score enough to hit the over. I was wrong. And I think that actually in this game, I'm taking Minnesota money line, but I love the over of 232. I think the over is going to hit. Yesterday it was 147 to like 117 in that Sixers and Pistons game, and Minnesota doesn't play defense either. So, and it's also in Detroit. All those things combined, that's kind of where I'm at in this game.
I agree with you. Pistons are not doing well this season, so I'm gonna throw on the uh Timberwolves spread. So -6.5 there on that one.
I like that. I like that. And then next game, 6 o'clock slate. This one's weird. So it's Bulls at Wizards. The problem being is that so Bradley Beal's out. We already know that, but Porzingis, Gafford, and Kispert, who are three starters, are all game time decisions, and it just kind of scares me because if Porzingis doesn't play, I don't think they win. And I think that Chicago has actually been playing well recently. In their last 5 games, currently they are sitting at a record of 3-2, and their schedule has been Cleveland, Brooklyn, Philadelphia, Utah, and Boston, who are 5 juggernauts right now. And they pulled out 3 wins out of that whole thing. So I'm gonna stick with Bulls money line. They're actually underdogs. I like Bulls money line in this game, and I love the under. The reason why I love the under is because DeRozan might not play. DeRozan's a game time decision, and I think if DeRozan's out and Porzingis is out, there's no way they're going to score 229 combined points. So I guess the injuries might play a factor in that decision, but that's where I stand.
Yeah, the next game I want to talk about is the Celtics Pelicans game tonight in Boston. There's gonna be a great matchup. Definitely being a home game for the Celtics, I do think that they're gonna win, but I don't see any value in their money line at this point. So I'm gonna take the Pelicans spread on this +9.5. Only because they still don't have Ingram and Williamson in yet, and then also for the Celtics, we're missing Smart and Robert Williams. So
I'm going to actually disagree with you, and I'm going to take. I like Boston covering in this game, and because just looking at New Orleans lineup, Boston plays good enough defense to where I don't see the Pelicans without, like you said, Zion and Ingram scoring enough to keep it close. So I think the Celtics run away with this one. And for the over
I
under, it's
hope
at
so.
two.
Being a Boston fan, I would love to see that. So
I do like the over on this game too. And I'm kind of going off of I really like to look at kind of what they've been doing recently. Um, and just in general, the Celtics have been scoring a lot of points, and the Pelicans have also been playing a lot of high scoring games and losing. So, in my opinion, I think it's going to be a Celtics blowout with a lot of points scored.
they're also doing really hot right now. They're on a 3-game win streak, and they've gone 7 wins in their last 9 games. So yeah, I can see now that the spread their way might be a better choice. But
This
yeah, that's gonna be a fun game to watch. That's 2 fun teams right now in the NBA. So
It's crazy because the Pelicans are like a 1 or 2 seed in the West right now, which seems absurd, but just based on how the West is, everyone's hurt, so kind of makes sense. And then we got Milwaukee, Atlanta in the same time slot. So Trae Young is out, which I was actually going to say Hawks money line, but now that I know Trae Young's not playing, I think the Milwaukee money line's a lock, and I really like the over in this game. The Bucks have been playing a lot of high scoring games, surprisingly, because usually you think the Bucks play defense, but they've been putting up a lot of points. I mean, the NBA this year has just been a juggernaut for scoring. Everyone, I mean, you're seeing Donovan Mitchell drop 70, you're seeing Devin Booker drop 50 plus. Like people are just going out and going off. And I once again I like the over in this game. It's pretty high. It's set at 231, but I like the over in this game and Milwaukee money line.
I agree with you there on a Milwaukee money line and the over, just because in the last 10 of 15 Hawks games, the over is hit. So that's pretty much a 66% chance that the over is going to hit, which I like those odds.
I like that. I like that a lot.
And
um, We
I
got
also think Giannis might go off tonight. Maybe take the over on him at 32 and a half.
I was gonna
I
get into that with my player props, but I do love Giannis over 32 and a half today. That is I
yeah,
think that's a lock.
I think that's a
Um
lock as well.
so then we got Indiana and New York. This is kind of an interesting matchup. The Knicks won the first matchup by 3 points. But it's in New York. The Knicks have been playing really well. Jalen Brunson, and I love Jalen Brunson. I think he's that dude. He's kind of a stud. I think the Knicks easily win the game. I wouldn't touch spread because I think minus 190 is enough to where you could throw in a parlay or something. But in terms of over under on this game, I think that I'm probably going to stick with the under. The Knicks play like a slow style of basketball. They like to hold the ball, run the clock, keep possessions out of the other team's hands, and for that reason, I kind of leaning towards the under.
Yeah, that's a game where I really don't know enough about to say anything on it. So
All right, now you're G. I guess we'll see. That's why you got. That's why they played the game. And then next matchup is going to be Spurs versus the Grizzlies. This game is like kind of trash because the Grizzlies are favored -1,000, so it's literally not even worth money line betting. But um, I do like Memphis to actually cover -13 and a half. They're at home and San Antonio's bad, so I'm just banking on the offense for Memphis, and I do like the over in this game. Their previous matchups this year have actually been slightly close. Um, Oh wait, dude, you know what? I said that completely wrong. I actually like Spurs spread. I'm taking Spurs plus 13 and a half. I accidentally said that wrong. Spurs to cover because both their matchups this year have been close and they've been very high scoring. So I like the Spurs to cover and I like the over.
I
And
mean the
then
Spurs they're got only have 13 wins on the season. So I mean
it's kind of a bad game. I mean,
it's a toss up. I'm staying that game. I'm staying away from, and I mean transitioning in the next game. Rockets are no better than they are. They're doing terrible right now. So I can't even fucking name one person on the Rockets right now.
that's how it's getting with them. No, that's fact. And
Yeah.
then we got Suns. The surprise Suns, baby. We got Suns at Nuggets. Once again, the money line's -870, so no one's touching that. But I love Phoenix plus 13. I mean, after watching them beat the Warriors yesterday, I totally see them covering. Like, not they're not going to win the game, but 13 points is a lot.
The question is just how fatigued are they going to be from last night and against the number one team in the West? So
Well, also Paul and Aiton might both play today, which would be a big jump. But also, the first game that these teams played this year, I'm pretty sure that was the Christmas Day game where Devin Booker, I had his over in points, and he literally got fucking hurt the first 2 minutes of the game. And I'm pretty sure it went to OT, and it was like 129, 126. So for that reason, I think they're going to play each other close enough. That's why I like plus 13. And like I said, the over. I'm taking with the over on that one. And then last but not least, we got Houston at Sacramento, and I would probably say Sacramento -9.5 is the good play here. Like you said before, I could barely name half the people on the Rockets. I mean, I know who they are, but they're so trash, it doesn't matter.
exactly right.
And then
That's
I'll
case in
take
point.
probably the over just because neither of those teams play any defense and they just like to shoot the ball a lot. I don't necessarily think it's a great game to bet on, but if I had to give my analysis, that's what it would be. And then last but not least, I got a few player props that I'd like to throw out. And let me know what you think about these. I'll just say them in order, just kind of move them along. I really like D'Angelo Russell over 19 and a half points today. If Anthony Edwards does not play, he's going to be the main scorer, and those point totals are too low. He shoots the ball enough to where he's going to hit that. Patrick Williams has been playing really well this year for the Bulls, and if DeRozan is not playing, which he looks like he's not going to right now, then I don't see how he doesn't score over 12 and a half points. He had 18 last game, and he's been averaging between 15 and 20. So I think that over 12 and a half points is a good bet for him, especially if DeRozan's not going to be in. Like we talked about earlier, Giannis over 32 and a half, I love
Yep.
today. And then Jaylen Brown, I really like his over in points today. Atlanta doesn't play defense, and last game he kind of shot like shit and didn't score a lot. And Tatum had 32, and I always feel like they switch off games. So I'm sticking with Brunson, or not Brunson, excuse me, Brown, Jaylen Brown on this game for 27.5 over. I think Tatum's is like 31.5, but I think that probably will hit too. I'm just going to stick with Brown. And then so Tyrese Halliburton on the Pacers, they're playing the Knicks. I like his over 9.5 assists, and the reason why I like that is because he is the main ball handler for the Pacers, and the Knicks are not going to let him do his thing. They're not going to let him get comfortable and shoot. They're going to make him pass the ball, and they're going to make him make plays. So he's going to have to disperse to his teammates if he wants to win, which is kind of the goal of every game, right? So I would think that his assists should be a good pick today. And then my last two, Julius Randle over 26.5 points. I absolutely love that bet. If RJ Barrett doesn't play, he's going to be the only big man that's really trying to score. And the Pacers don't necessarily have anyone that can guard him. Like Miles Turner is not going to be guarding Julius Randle. So I think that he's going to be able to take advantage of matchups. And then last but not least, De'Aaron Fox over in points. It wasn't posted on the website for FanDuel. I don't know why, but I like his over. And with that being said, do you have anything else to throw in for the NBA?
No, that about wraps it up for me. I think I said everything. I agree with you on Jaylen Brown and Giannis, of course, but that's the only thing I'm gonna stick my fingers in personally today. Um, but now, how much time do we have left moving into NHL?
I think I can't necessarily see, but I'll let you know if we
All
run
right.
short.
Well, we only have 4 games today, so it shouldn't take too long to talk about that. First game up is Ducks Oilers. Anaheim's quite literally the worst team in the AHL in terms of defense right now. They're fucking trash. They're averaging 2.3 goals a game on offense, which is one of the lowest in the league again. And they're gone 3 for 6 in their last 9 games. Yeah. So, and then the Oilers, they're averaging 3.5 goals per game right now, and they're 3 for 5 in their last 8 games. If anything, I'm gonna take Oilers puck line in that game.
It's funny because I came to the exact same conclusion. I like it. Oilers puck line. And then I do like the under 7 though, just because I don't know if the Ducks are gonna be able to score enough goals.
Yeah, I don't think so. But the question is are they gonna get blown out like they did by
Eight
the
to
Bruins?
one.
7-1, I believe, right?
Yeah.
7-1, yeah. But I don't know. I'm not confident in the Anaheim right now. They've shown me nothing all season, so I think it'd be safe to take that Oilers buck line on that one. Moving into the next game, uh, Sharks Kings. Both of the goalies are doing phenomenal right now. Their names elude my mind right now. I'm not the best at remembering NHL goalies, but the Kings goalie, I believe, has got over 900 save percentage right now. He went 23 for 25 in saves in the last game. So I think it's going to be a low scoring game. I'm going to hit the under, but the Sharks, after playing last night, I think they're going to be a little fatigued. So I'm taking plus half a goal in the first period on that game.
I have yeah, it's kind of weird because I remember the first game it was 5-2, and then I remember the second game I like hammered the Kings and they won 3-2 in a shootout, but it was like a heart attack. So I was kind of on the edge, but I still kind of do like Kings puck line just because they're at home. That's I don't really like the value in the money line. So if I did something, I might take puck line. Might stay away from that game though, just because it is what it is. And then I do like the under 6.5 too. Just because the first two match, like only one matchup went over the first matchup was 7, but the second matchup was 5. And I don't think that the third matchup will go over 6.5.
Yeah. And then who do we have next? We have Predators versus the Leafs. Predators are coming off a 4 game win streak, so I think it may be time that we're going to see a loss in their column, just statistically speaking. I don't think many teams have gone 5 game win streak this season other than the Bruins. but um, there's also been Leafs have scored 4+ goals in the last 7 of their 9 games. So I'm gonna take Leafs money line or puck line, depending on what value I see better in this game. Being in I believe it's in Toronto, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do have Maple Leafs money line too, and I like the over 6 in this game. Leaves been scoring a lot. Preds score a good amount too. So I do like the Leaves money line in the over.
And finally to wrap it up, the Capitals, Ovechkin in the last month, 13 goals, guys, for his age, playing phenomenally. He's always been the best of the best. But we got other guys like Tom Wilson, TJ Oshie, and Nicholas Backstrom returning to the roster tonight. So, I mean, these guys are real playmakers. I'm taking Capitals puck line again. So,
I like Capitals money line. But puck line, I do like that too. I'm taking money line and over as well, over 6. I already have it placed, but I have a 2-leg parlay that's Capitals Leaves money line for 100. I put 100 on it for today. I love those 2 picks a lot. I guess I would say that's my lock of the day for a 2-legger. And then I do have a player prop that I do like, and it's McDavid anytime goal, just because he's the GOAT. I don't know what the odds are on it. It's probably minus like 120 or something because he's that good, but I think he'll score a goal today.
I definitely agree with you on that. My other lock of the day, I'm going to say Giannis over 32.5. And then
I'm
finally,
gonna double down on that one.
double
Agreed.
down on that, and also Leafs puck line as well. That's my other lock of the day. So
Yeah, I'm sticking with. So yeah, I'm Capitals Leaves 2-legger as a lock. Um, I also think that Giannis over points is a lock, and my other lock I would say is definitely going to be D'Lo over 19 and a half points. He scored. Let me check so I don't say the wrong thing. He had 20. He had 22 last game, and he shot 13 shots. And I just think that with his usage rate, that if Anthony Edwards isn't playing, he's easily going to score over 19 and a half points. You got any
no,
parlays? Throw out there.
uh, not yet. That'll be something that I still haven't crafted yet, but definitely some combination of what we already talked today. Um,
I'm in the same boat.
yeah, that's all I got for today. Not really coming off yesterday. That was a lot of games, and now it's not as many tonight. Um, so
I would say that Giannis over 32 and a half points might be like $100 play. Honestly, I really
that's
like that pick.
yeah.
And that'll be. I think that's it from my end. Anything else you got for us?
Nope, that wraps it up for me.
Yep. All right. Well, I think we're gonna do Wild Card Weekend tomorrow. I'm actually gonna be in Vegas for Wild Card Weekend, which is fucking electric. So I'll see if we can get some footage of that. I'll get some funny videos or some shit to throw in. But yeah. Thanks for listening, guys, and let's go make some money today.
All right. Good luck, Josh.
Yes,
Take
sir.
care.
Good luck to you.